Welcome back. This is TSG Live here with some more WNBA for August 16th. Let's get right into it. I'm making this video on August 15th. I'm going to upload it today. So some of the picks, we're going to see how things play out tonight. It carry over tomorrow as far as the Mercury and Fever game. We have 3 games coming for August 16th. We have the Storm and the Dream. We have the Mercury and the Fever, and last but not least, we have the Suns and the Wings. WNBA coming off a break. A lot of these players have had a month off. I'm sure they've been practicing and everything, but they've had a month off, so we're gonna take all of that into account. The first game at 7:30, we have the Storm, the Seattle Storm versus the Atlanta Dream. The Dream were not doing very well at all going into this month break for the Olympics, and the Storm actually, I feel as though we're doing the opposite. Jewel Lloyd, the Storm's best player, was on the Olympic team. I think that one, the spread, let me slow down. The spread is -7.5 for the Seattle Storm. I do think that they cover the spread. I do think that Jewel Lloyd comes out. I'm not sure what her line is going to be, but I would like to take her for around 20 points. She didn't play at all in the Olympic gold medal game. She actually sat on the bench with Diana Taurasi, so she actually had a little bit more time to give her body a rest. And they have a day in between, so the jet lag and just getting back into basketball rhythm shouldn't be a problem. I do have to check for the Atlanta's Dreams health report just to see if Jordan Canada or anybody else is back, things like that. I know Ryan, I believe her name is Howard, came back right before the break, so maybe they've had time to get into rhythm and play together. So we'll see. But I do like the Seattle Storm to cover the spread, and I like Joel Lloyd for the points. The next game we have the Mercury and the Fever. Love the Fever. Love the Fever. If you've been following the WNBA this season and betting on the Fever, you should love the Fever too. Just been doing everything that you need them to do. So coming again, the Mercury are going to be on a back to back coming off of the Olympic break, and they probably had the most players on the Olympic team alongside with the aces, Kalia Copper, Diana Taurasi, and Brittany Grinder. All 3 of them played on the Olympic team. They all played, throughout the Olympics. I'm expecting Diana Taurasi to contribute tonight. So take, this game with a grain of salt. Like I said, it really depends on how many minutes the girls get, how many, who's the first option and second option and things like that tonight. So I'll drop a comment if I have any different choices in regards to the Mercury Fever game. But I do like players like Natasha Cloud to have a good game, whether it's assists or scoring or both. In both of these games because she will be needed. I think if it's either or, I think if Diana has a good offensive game tonight, then Kalia probably will take a back seat. And then I think on the 16th, which is this video, um, I think that Kalia should have a good game and Diana might take more of a backseat. I like Diana for threes across the board just because I feel like offensively that's the easiest thing for her to do is to just go out there and shoot threes like the GOAT that she is. And for Kalia, I feel like her attacking the basket. If you watch the gold medal game, you've seen what she's capable of, and that's more so her game off the bounce, off the dribble. Whether it's a pull up or whether it's getting to the basket and getting to the line. But that does take a lot of energy. So I don't expect that to happen tonight coming off of the Olympic game, which is why I like Diana Taurasi for points and threes because she has more rest and less fatigue than Kalia Copper. The spread on this game is -3.5. Now, I know I just said a lot about the Mercury, but believe it or not, I'm more leaning towards the Indiana Fever. I like Caitlin Clark for 10 assists at minimum, maybe even more than that. She may even do 14. Mercury tends to play at a slower pace, which goes completely against, the Fever. Caitlin's like to put the ball in transition and she makes quick passes. So I do expect her to get the assist. I do expect her to just play an all around game. Not to say that she's just going to get right back into triple double form, but at this point, in my opinion, any game this season, Caitlin Clark is almost possible to get a offensive rebound. And the Mercury, aside from Brittany Griner, aren't that good of a rebounding team. With that being said, I like Caitlin Clark for assists, 10 and up. I like Aaliyah Boston for points and rebounds. Um, Same as for Natasha Smith. The Fever just have what you need for props. Like maybe not to beat certain teams, but they have what you need for props. Nalissa is going to be an Nalissa Smith and Aaliyah Boston are going to be in the offense. they're going to be the recipients of these assists. Oh man, what is her name? I'm forgetting my girl. Chelsea. Chelsea, which is the shooting guard. She is going to be a part of the offense as well. You can take her for points. I like taking Chelsea for 15 points. Absolutely. I'm barely mad that I'm forgetting Chelsea's last name right now. It's kind of insane. Um Ridiculous. But again, I do like the fever in this game coming with Russ. I like Caitlin Clark in this game with Russ. I like I'm looking for the box score so I can Kelsey Mitchell. Jeez, I'm sorry, Kels. But yes. So with that being said, like I do like Kelsey Mitchell for threes or offensive points. So whether it's 15, I'm more so with safe bets. I like safe bets because with the WNBA, it's very fickle. You don't know. Some players come out and show up. Some players don't. So um, Aaliyah Boston for rebounds or points is good. Nalissa Smith for rebounds or points lower on the points than Aaliyah Boston is still good. Rebounds is good. Chelsea Mitchell for points or 3-pointers is good. Caitlin Clark for 3-pointers, points around maybe 12. I would say 12, 14, 15 at the most. Maybe she goes off for 20 if she hits a lot of threes, but threes and assists for sure with Caitlin. I do like Indiana to cover the spread with Mercury coming off a back-to-back, so I would say definitely take Indiana minus 3.5. I think you could play with that actually, Pauls. I think you can do a lot with that line. Maybe even bump it up to maybe minus 5.5. Get some good odds on it. The last game will be the Suns and the Wings. The Wings have a lot of players returning back from injuries coming off of this break. They were playing very well going into this break. Enrique destroyed Team USA going into the break, before they started the tournament. Good thing they won gold, but she absolutely went crazy in that All-Star game over their All-Star weekend. With that being said, Satu Sabali, if I said that right, we ain't even gonna get into that. But she returns. I do expect her to make a great difference in their offense. Odyssey Smith was playing very well in the time for these injured players to get healthy. I think Odyssey Smith will begin to take that backseat role, not be as much in the rotation as minutes. I actually believe that she's on the trading block, but I like Sabali to integrate herself into the offense and for the offense to want to get her rolling. So I like her for points. I'm not sure what the line's going to be if they're going to have it up maybe 15. I think you might be able to get away with an Enrique 4 assists, something like that. But Enrique is going to be a part of it. You also have Natasha Howard. It just with that, take it with a grain of salt. But I think you could find a prop in there, something safe. I wouldn't put too much on the Wings just because, like I said, they have a lot of players returning and they do have to find that rhythm. And then you have the Connecticut Suns. Alyssa Thomas was on the Olympic team. Marina Mabry now is on the Suns, and I think that they are going to try to also get her integrated into the offense. I do like Alyssa Thomas assists just because of her coming off of the Olympic trip. I don't think that offense is going to be, the offense is going to run through her, but in an offensive scoring way. But I do know that she will distribute the ball, so I do like her assists, possibly and rebounds going up against that Wings team. But again, with those players returning, rebounds might not be a safe pick to take. So I do like Alyssa Thomas for the assist. I'm not sure what the line's going to be. I would say 6, 8 if you are feeling confident in it, but 6 is probably the safe pick. Sabali maybe 15 points, depending on where her line is. If they give 11.5 or something like that, I would take the over on that just because I feel as though they are going to make an effort to get her integrated back into the system. The spread on this game between the Suns and the Wings is minus 5.5. It's very hard for me to lean on this spread because it could go either way. The Suns could come out very lethargic off the break. The Wings come off very lethargic on the break. Obviously, when you look at the records, the Wings are 6-19, the Suns are 18-6. But I also just think that there is a lot going on with the. I think I might have said something foolish earlier too, but I think there's just a lot going on with these two teams for us to have like an accurate pick on the spread. So I think this may be the more riskier game out of the three. But with that being said, I still think you can find some lines in there. But I do like the two games prior just to you know make it happen. Okay. I had mentioned Natasha Cloud earlier, and I was just making sure that I didn't say the wrong thing. And I just wanted to double check. You know, you always got to make sure you know what you're talking about. Even while I'm making a video, I'm still going to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, boom, those are our 3 games for August 16th. This video is over 10 minutes now. I wanted to keep it as short as possible, but that's okay. So I do like the Storm to beat the Dream. I do like the Fever to beat the Mercury. I do feel like the Suns in the win game is actually a toss-up, but I guess you would be safer taking the Suns on that money line minus 200. Maybe if you could find a smaller line, maybe the Suns minus 3.5. You know what I mean? Something around there. Maybe that might be around 180, something like that. But just try to find a line in there. But like I said, I like the 2 games before then. But if you have made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Like I said in my previous video before the break, I do want to be more consistent. And this is me trying to do so, making sure I get this video out early, get it done early, and just make the time for it. So I do appreciate you watching if you made it this far. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope I made you some money. If you followed anything from this video afterwards and it made you some money, come back, commenting on the next video. But we rocking and rolling because WNBA is back. And let's make some money in this season before it's over. Let's do it. TSG Live, I appreciate y'all. I'm out. All right.